Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Mad Capper, and this is another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And today we're going to revisit the Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. If you have been a fan of the channel, or if you have seen any of my previous Unkillable Comp Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss videos, you may have noticed that I have a 2.0, and one of the negative effects of the updated version, with some of the updates that they've put into the game, the fixes if you want to call them, is that it actually breaks Unkillable. Not only did they nerf it, but it also breaks it at Spirit Affinity, and the reason for that is quite simple. Occult Brawler, I'm going to bring Occult Brawler up here, and Occult Brawler has a unique mechanic. This is my Nightmare one, but it gives you the same thing, where he puts the poison on himself and then attacks. So he's got a debuff on himself at all times. When the clan boss attacks and puts that speed debuff, that means he's got two. And what happened with patch 1.13 is one of the other key pieces to the puzzle, and I'll bring her out here for you to see, is my good friend Doompriest. Doompriest, by the way, she's an absolutely amazing champion for mid to early game. If I can't see her, but if I can, there she is right there. I was false alarm, I can see her. One of the things is this ability was not random. For the longest time, since release, it would always cleanse the last buff placed, so it wasn't a problem. Occult Brawler would place a buff on himself, a debuff on himself. When the Spirit Affinity placed the debuff for speed, boom, Doompriest would go and cleanse it. Well, now they shadow fixed it. They didn't mention it being fixed, but it has been fixed since 1.13, and now she no longer does it. She does true random, which means there can be a situation where Occult Brawler still has a speed debuff on him through the turn. And what that does, because of how turn meter works and how my two unkillable champions have to basically play hopscotch with the rest of the team, if he's not at the right speed, they mess up, and eventually my Rosh card dies. The problem with this is I don't get a full run, I only get about a half a run, and therefore I get half damage. I made an updated video, 2.2a, Spirit Affinity, and that I explained how I used two cleansers. Actually, I used one cleanser and one block debuff in order to mitigate this issue. However, the real option, at the time I had two Occult Brawlers, so it wasn't really feasible for me to do anything else. When I finally figured out why this was happening, that it was Occult Brawler and not Rosh card that was being slowed, once I figured out that was the issue, I was able to update it. And this video is to tell you of a couple updates that I have accomplished. The first update, and I'm not going to do the battle on that update, depending, I might put it at the end depending on how much damage I do for this. But the first update was, now that I have a Dracomorph, and we'll go in here. Now that this is my normal hit, now I have to take out Occult Brawler. Before I had two Occult Brawlers, it was just unfeasible to take them out. Now I can, so I can take out the Occult Brawler and put in another Poisoner. I had done this, and unfortunately I don't recall if I did a video. I don't think I managed to get video on it. Oh, I did it at work. And so I have a video, but it's in 720p on my phone. It's very grainy and not very good. So I didn't want to post it, but I did one with actually Rowan in this, and I did about 26.5 million, which, even if I had to do all three keys on Spirit, is still enough for a 3-key situation. Now, there are other options, and I might still show you this one so you have an idea. Obviously, you can use any Poisoner that doesn't put a self-poison on, so basically anyone but Occult Brawler. And if you've been paying attention to some of the new fixes to the new rare champions, we have a candidate. Now, I have been watching, credit goes to Stu on this, as he was running her in the clan, or in different scenarios. Now, he ran her in Nightmare Clan Boss Speed Comp because she does have an ability that does boost turn meter. So this may cause an issue, but we're going to try it live. We're going to find out what happens, because what I heard is that she may not actually use this when fighting the clan boss, which means she's good for speed tuned, like anything with counter or unkillable, in which case this poison sensitivity not only will improve her own, but it'll actually improve the ability of Dracomorph's poisons as well. So I'm really interested to see how this works. If she does not use her A2 in the battle, certainly you can manual this, which means you can manual your unkillable, and I could probably push a 2 key, but I don't want to manual. I want to go on full auto. So once we set up the turns, I don't want to have to think about it. So we're going to give this a try live. Just to go over her kit here, you've got Death's Caress level 7. This is attacks one enemy 2 times, has an 80, and I've obviously buffed it up to 100% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns if the target is under a poison sensitivity debuff, which is what we would set anyway, so we would use that one first. Her A2 attacks one enemy, fills the turn meters of all allies by 2% for each debuff on the target, which obviously if there's 10 debuffs, that's 20% boost, so we don't want that to happen. So I'm hoping that she doesn't use it. We'll find out whether she does or not on the clan boss. If she does, no harm, no foul. I can run a full key under Rowan and I'll be perfectly fine. If not, then we'll have to come up with another idea. If it doesn't, then she might actually replace Cult Brawler. I have 2 Occult Brawlers fully built out. I might use neither of them. Who knows? We're gonna see what happens with her in Ultra Nightmare and if she can hold. The other thing is to note, obviously she's level 50. She's not even fully ascended. The reason why I did this, sorry, I should probably go over the whole kit. This right here, which is attacks one enemy, places a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns, which just increases the damage of all poisons by 25% so from anyone. So this is why this is such an OP. I believe this is a Faction Wars. Oh, it's all battles accuracy, so that's a good thing if you needed it. I don't in this case. As you can see, she is level 50, so I didn't want to build her out fully until I knew this was going to work. I'm still going to use her in my Nightmare Clan Boss team eventually, but because level doesn't matter, because she's never going to die in this particular case, because she's an unkillable. So I just need to make sure her speed was in line, and that, I just put on whatever else, and make sure she's got high debuff accuracy, which 276 should be more than enough to land her abilities just about all the time. So that's what we did. We're going to run the thing here. What I normally do here, I don't know what's going to happen. I have not previously run this. So like I said, this is new to me. It's going to be interesting and fun to find out. And we're going to set it up. Obviously, I like using A2s on the first round, except for, of course, on my Sir Nick. First turn, he's going to throw the weaken and defense down. Her first turn, she's going to throw the poison sensitivity. There it is. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. She's probably going to get stunned every round, though. I don't know if that matters, but we'll find out with that. Boom. And then hit. And then we're going to hit. And then he's going to throw his poisons on there, and those should get the increased damage because of this. And then he's going to hit, and then she's going to throw down 2 more poisons maybe. Yep, there she is. And now we put it on auto, and we wait. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to disappear, and then we're going to let the run happen, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it works or doesn't.
There's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Wow, I'm actually pretty stoked. So basically a level 50 Frozen Banshee with nothing other than her skill set buffed up, with just enough gear to make sure she has accuracy. Like, I have an accuracy chest on her. That's where we're at with her. She outperformed total damage, or equal performed, a fully min-maxed Rowan for the Ultra Nightmare Clan boss. This is an absolutely incredible piece of news. I'm thinking, hey, I don't even have my Dracomore fully booked right now. Once I get him fully booked so that he's got his lowered cooldowns on his poison and his debuff, Once we get that, plus once we get Frozen Banshee up to 6-star, level 60, fully ascended with some damage, because I can build her out to be full damage. I don't need her to have any survivability. So all I need to do is to make sure she's got the accuracy to land that. I am stoked. This is 26 million on a Spirit Affinity, which is usually the toughest. So this is absolutely great news. I don't think I can quite call her the winner yet. Obviously, I think my highest level is 33.5 right now using a Cult Brawler. But my Cult Brawler is a lot further along in his progression as far as min-maxing. So this is going to be an interesting, it sets up a battle royale. My next video, I'm going to get her up to 6 stars, 60. I'm going to get my Occult Brawler min-max a little bit more, and we're going to do an ultimate showdown, Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. We're going to put them both on Void Affinity. You know, it's going to probably be a couple days from now. I just 6-starred a different champion, so I need to make food again. Apologies, but we're going to get that Frozen Banshee up there. The good news is, if you are still on Nightmare and you don't have an unkillable comp, check out my last video that I posted. It was a Nightmare Clan Boss using Coffin Smasher, another one of these new cold champions. He is an absolute beast as well. He rocked Nightmare, kept the defense down going throughout the fight, and managed to get a pretty good, respectable 2-key setup. And I believe that was even on a Spirit Affinity Clan Boss as well. So, you know, I think we're 2 for 2 here. I'm really happy with these results. I hope this gives you some new ideas on things that you can do and try out, and we'll see what happens in the future. I want to thank you for checking out the channel and supporting me. I hope you like and subscribe. I hope you tell your friends to like and subscribe. I want to try to get my viewers up. A little sneak peek. If I reach 500 viewers, that is my first milestone, or my next milestone that I want to go for. I am going to do a $50 giveaway for an Amazon gift card in US dollars, because I know I'm Canadian dollars, and if you had it in the States, you wouldn't even be able to buy a... well, okay, I'm memeing myself. Anyway, the point being is I'm going to give a $50 giveaway at 500 subs. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll get there. If we get there tomorrow, awesome. If we get there next year, I'm still going to do it. So that's kind of the next thing. I'm trying to get videos out every second or third day. If there's a video you want to do and you see a champion that you'd like me to try out, please let me know. Leave a comment in the description down below, and I will do my best to level that champion and give it up to you. Another sneak peek. Not only am I going to do the Occult Brawler and Frozen Banshee, is that who it is, Frozen Banshee? Showdown. I also have a showdown of an all rare Nightmare Clan Boss team. If you check out Stu's video, he's done one, but I have a slightly different comp I want to try out, so I'm looking forward to that. And this I think is a world premiere. I am going to do a Nightmare Clan Boss single faction 2-key team. I've got it in the works. I'm almost there. Stay tuned for that, because I think you're going to be shocked and amazed when you see, first of all, what faction it is and how well they do. So stay tuned for those. Please like and subscribe. And you know what? Be kind to one another. Have a good day, and I'm out.